Hello, all you weird, creepy little critter guys watching this channel right now. We're playing Animal Jam. I'm literally obsessed with this game. This is my original childhood account, which is so cool. I don't have that for like any other game. It's really sad to me. I wish I had my Webkinz account. That would be incredible. But anyways, this is my childhood account, so it means a lot to me, and I've just been having so much fun. It's very nostalgic. This game is also very grindy, and I love the grind. And I also love getting rich. That's like one of the major things to do in this game. So this is my journey on getting rich. I wanted to see how long would it take? How many hours do I have to spend playing the Forgotten Desert until I get several, long spiked wrists? Like I'm talking like I need some worth, I need some money. So here is everything that I got through several hours of playing. I will tell you how long I actually spent at the end of the video. So if you're curious and you're curious about everything I got, stay tuned. I just wanted to talk about Animal Jam and revisiting it and like finding, your inner child. It's been so much fun. I actually do really like this game. I do play other nostalgic games. I really like Webkinz still. And I even found a Webkinz in the store that still had a tag. So I connected it to an account that I made. Sadly not my childhood account, but that's okay. And I also play Neopets, which I also really like. And that game is also super grindy. It's also really interesting because the communities of Neopets and Animal Jam are kind of similar, but very different. Like, they're both kind of furries, let's be real here. But Neopets is mostly like 30-year-olds, like mid-20s to like mid-30s is kind of like the range that I see. I don't really see very many people. I mean, I'm 23, so like there are people who play it that are like earlier 20s, but I feel like most people that play it are like mid-20s. And Animal Jam, on the other hand, is very much like teenagers. There are still kids on it, and I don't really think there's any kids on Neopets like at all. I think it's only adults. But there are still kids on Animal Jam, mostly Play Wild. And if you go on Play Wild, you can notice the difference in the community immediately. You can tell that community is even younger. It's like very apparent. I play Wild mostly so I can just get membership on this account. I just like make art on Play Wild and then I sell it for sapphires, and then you can get a free membership. So I don't have to like spend real life dollars, which is so nice because you can't play Classic without a membership. Like it's like, what can you do? I end up just playing Meet Cosmo or like other adventures to try and like get nature items, so then that way, like when I didn't have my membership, that's what I was doing while I was grinding sapphires, so then I could get the membership. But like that's all you could do in Classic, was just play random adventures, so that way once I would get membership I could sell them for diamonds. I don't mind the shop aspect of Animal Jam. Hot take, I prefer it over trading, and I think that's mostly because I'm dumb. Every time I attempt to trade, I mess up. I get confused and something goes wrong, and like I think that we're trading something, or I think I know the worth, and I'm like looking at it. My problem with trading is like there's a time limit. You have to accept the trade, and I don't like looking dumb because I don't know the worth of stuff still, so I have to like do all this Googling, and like the thing is like, yeah, the wiki is super, super helpful, but you have to have like multiple tabs open. So even though I'm looking at the wiki and I'm trying to do the work and trying to do the math, I'm just not smart enough. And both times I've traded, I've got confused and I got severely undertraded, and I accepted it because I thought it was a different item, or that I was either being trading or that I was traded. Does that make sense? Anyways, I just suck at it. It's just my own problem. That's why I really like shops, because I can just price it, and if it sells, it sells. And if I like pay attention to what other people are pricing it as, and I can go at my own pace, and I can put anything in the shops. And if somebody doesn't want it or whatever, it's just so much easier in my opinion. But I do understand why people like trading, and I also understand why people don't like shops. And I'm very much of the opinion, like, play the game how you want to play it. So I do really like shops, and I do shop in other people's shops as well. I like to get different items for my pets. I've been trying to, I think that's more of a Neopet thing. I guess you would say your animals, your characters maybe. I've been trying to like dress them up, get them some cool fits, and get my den looking really cool. I'm so excited for Halloween. I know so many fun Halloween things are coming out. I've been trying to not buy Halloween stuff in other people's shops because I'm like, I know I just have to wait. If I wait, then I can get it then, and I don't have to like spend a bunch of diamonds now, and I can just spend gems, hopefully, or like go on adventures and stuff. I've been playing a lot of Tiki Trouble as well. A lot of this was filmed like several weeks ago, actually. I just got burnt out on the Forgotten Desert. I really did. And one of my least favorite things about the Forgotten Desert is I hate seeing people AFK. It really bothers me. Why is that such a thing? And I was talking about the Neopets community versus the Animal Jam community, and this is like all the points that I'm kind of bringing up. Even the fact that people undertraded me, like severely. Now, to be fair, I don't really blame them, but that can be done maliciously. Like, that can be people, like, making you confused on what item that they're sending you, or people just undertrading you, and then you're not really realizing. It feels so disingenuous to me, and it's not just by, like, a little bit, like, it'd be by a lot. It's still my fault. I'm an adult. I don't, like, put the blame on them, but I just hate that that's like a huge part of the community, and scamming and the way people exploit this game. Also, I wanted to look for Animal Jam souvenirs. I really like collecting things. I love little toys. I love little figurines. Why is it that when I look on eBay for Animal Jam, I just look up Animal Jam? People are selling spikes. People are selling den betas. People are selling real life items. What? How is Animal Jam not putting an end to that? Like, why is that not against their terms of service? Like, why is this okay? Because that would never fly in Neopets. I've never seen that before. And I feel like they would get banned, like, immediately. Like, that's it. You're done. Okay, they'd be banning people for anything and everything. Like, there is a lot of bad things in the Neopets moderation. There's a lot of things, a lot of controversies. Still, though, I just cannot believe that you can so easily buy spikes from eBay. And there's so many things, like the AI art is really frustrating, all that stuff. It's just like so annoying, and you wouldn't really find a lot of that stuff so prevalently in the Neopets community. I feel like it's a little bit different just because they're more adults. Most people in the Neopets community, like, people I find are more generous. You will find the generous person in Animal Jam, but it's weird. It feels way more hoardy and way more, which, like, Neopets definitely has the Neopets elite, who are like mega rich, and they have billions of Neopoints, and they're like, you know, hoarding all the wealth and stuff. And Neopets economy is crazy. It's also really interesting. I don't know, I just feel like the average person is a little bit less, I don't want to say considerate in Animal Jam, but it definitely feels different. And I have to say, I do prefer the Neopets community. I also really like in the Neopets community, like, people make like daily content all the time where they just do their dailies, and it's so fun, and it's like a little cozy aspect of the community, and it's very large too, the cozy community over there. I don't want to seem like I'm hating on Animal Jam, by the way. I just find it really interesting because I'm very much into niche communities, and when I get into a community, I like to experience it on TikTok, if I can find it on Twitch, which is very rare. But any TikTok lives too, which is different than just TikTok videos, I find. YouTube videos, obviously. And honestly, a lot of people who do these, like, make Animal Jam content, let's be real here, they're only doing it so then they can get free stuff. Like, maybe not only, but it feels that way, doesn't it? I don't know if I'm crazy. Let me know if you agree. But Neopets definitely has a lot more people, just like average people, making content, and it's not very popular, but they still do it anyways, and I really liked that aspect of Neopets. It was also just easier for me to find interesting YouTube videos. I feel like there are a select few Animal Jam YouTubers who I really like. It's very interesting because even the like newer animal, like I'm searching the depths, because when I get hyperfixated on something, all I want to do is just consume it in every way imaginable. It's really hard to find even small Animal Jam YouTubers who are making maybe the content that I want to see, I guess. Specifically, I really like commentary. So a lot of people like just like show like trading or stuff, and they just have music with like a little bit of commentary, other stuff like that. I really don't want to seem like I'm just hating on Animal Jam this whole time. These are just some thoughts that I've had, and I really enjoy being a part of niche communities and comparing them, because I think it's interesting, especially with games that are similar. I'd say Webkins I'm not like super into the people making content of webkins, but I am like on the Reddit and stuff like that. It definitely seems a little bit very chill over there. I mean, what are you gonna do in webkins? Like, how are you gonna beef? How are you gonna compare your wealth? You know, it's webkins. I'm sure there's people that do it though. Webkins, I mostly play Tile Towers. Love that game if you haven't played it. So good. It's really good on mobile. I don't love it on the computer. They changed the pictures on mobile, which makes it a lot easier. The pictures on computer, I don't like them. Which is funny because I'm normally like a sucker for the original, but no, I guess not with this. And I really like playing the pizza game, and I've never won it. I really want to. I really, really want to. It reminds me almost of like Papa's Pizzeria, Papa's Freezeria, which I would love to get on Steam, by the way. Pizzeria and Freezeria, and I hope they come out with other ones. I loved those games so much. Rest in peace, Flash. I will forever love those games. It's kind of sad though that they only have the pizza and the Blizzard one, Frozen Treats, Freezeria. I really liked, which ones did I like? I liked the hamburger one a lot, I think. The pancake one, I really liked the pancake one, I think. There's a few of them that I preferred, so I really hope they make more. Anyways, what do I like about Animal Jam? I love decorating my den. Obviously, I like spooky things. I like decorating my characters as well. I think it's so much fun and so cute. And I really do like grinding in video games. I love resource management. I love strategy. I love all that kind of stuff. And Animal Jam does have a lot of that. And it's one of the reasons why I do like Neopets as well. Like, they're both very grindy games. You've got to be making those $1 okay? And you can do that kind of in a few different ways in Neopets. Animal Jam, you're kind of limited, I found. What I really like to do, Forgotten Desert is really great. And you can get lucky. You can get lucky. I also do other adventures, like I said, for nature items, because those do sell. Like, those sell pretty quickly. So Tiki's Trouble is right now out. You should play Tiki's Trouble if you want to make some monies. You can also, once again, trade them if you're more of a trader, which I respect. Like, traders are so cool. I wish I could do it, because it does seem like a great way to get worth, especially if you know the system really well, but I don't know it. And also, I feel really, when somebody declines me, heartbroken, heart ripped out of my chest. I feel embarrassed. I can't do it. But a lot of what you do get in Forgotten Desert is junk. I sell it for gems. At first, I was just trying to sell, because I didn't know what was actually worth money and what wasn't, like what was worth diamonds. You can put something in your shop for diamonds. People might buy it, like even that hat, that Jolly Elf hat that I just got. Someone might buy that for a diamond. It's really weird, the stuff that people randomly buy. So put it in your shop if you want to, but most of the time I just sell them, because I find that if my shop is like, I try to like keep the stuff that actually looks interesting, because if my shop is like there's way too many shops with just boring items, nobody's gonna buy anything. And I feel the same way when I look in someone's shop and they have 15 shops and it's just like random junk. I'm like, okay, I get bored of looking through it all. So I try to keep it a little more interesting, a little more unique. Something, you know. I try to keep the stuff that I think will actually sell. And I always do use the wiki. I'm on the Reddit all the time. Nobody uses the wiki. Okay, not nobody. And people do get a little frustrated with this sometimes, because people make these posts, what's worth something? Now, I get it. I wanted to make one of those posts too when I first started, because when you come back to an account, you have so much stuff. Like, I had so much stuff to go through, and it was so overwhelming. And I really was hopeful. I thought, what if I find something that's like really, really rare? Like, what if I have something in my you know, inventory that's like super rare and sought after, and like I don't even realize it? You don't. There's very limited amount of really awesome rare things in this game. You probably don't have it, unless it's like a weird looking tiara, you know, with a slight difference maybe. But I feel like you would know if you had like one of those really crazy rare items. But I guess there are some items that are like for example, I have a pogo stick that's supposed to be worth like 400 diamonds. Nobody's ever bought in this pogo stick. I have it on sale for like $3.75. Apparently it's a really rare pogo stick. Nobody's ever gonna buy that. And the wiki says the demand is low, which also look at that. Oh my goodness, it really frustrates me when people like price stuff and when people like advertise their shop and they say like cheap shop and then they're selling a den beta. I've seen this, people selling den betas for like 50 diamonds. What? And you have the audacity to say that you have a cheap shop? Why are your den betas like, I sell mine for 11. 13 is also, in my opinion, pretty fair right now. It's changing all the time. Den betas are like worth nothing. Let's be real here. It's so weird that people do that, in my opinion. Why are you lying to me? Why are you scamming people? And scamming people with shops is also super popular. People selling stuff that's like in stores. I see that so often. And they don't just sell it for 1 diamond. They sell it for like 10. Like, I just bought that. What is wrong with you? Why do you want worth that bad? Do you have to be a little weirdo freakazoid? Let's see what we got. An emerald ring. Yeah, I'd sell that. I would sell that for gems. And you always need gems. And one of the ways that you can also make money in this game, buy things, and when it goes out of shop, put it into your shop. Buy things for gems, put it into your shop for a diamond. Or wait on it and it might get super rare, but in my opinion, that's not a sleazy thing to do. Some people think that's kind of sleazy. I can see why, and it can feel predatory, but in my opinion, it's like, for example, like if I saw something and I thought, that could be kind of cute, but I didn't buy it. And then what if like months later, I like really wanted to decorate my den in a certain way. And then I thought like, or I should have bought that item because it would have looked great in this den. And then I can go find a shop that might have it or something like that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And like people can do their own research. People can play the adventures themselves. Like if I grind out an adventure and I sell the stuff for diamonds, you don't have to buy it from me. That's why I don't think it's lazy. And you can also do your research too. Or you should before you buy something. And I'm not like sleazy with my numbers. I think it is sleazy if you sell something in your shop though for diamonds when you just bought it for gems and it's still in the shop. Like, you're tricking people, right? People who might not know that it's in the shop. People should do their own research too though. But no need to victim blame either. Anyways. I've also been getting really into Littlest pet shops. Speaking on kind of the nostalgic grind, I love Littlest pet shops. My brother bought me a lot of them for $200. Facebook Marketplace. Over 100 pets, 2 buildings, 1 million accessories. Obviously that is hyperbole. But okay, can I tell you guys a little story? I was homeschooled. I had never heard anyone say the word hyperbole out loud before. So I go to use this word in front of my English teacher because that's a very normal place to use the word hyperbole. I said hyperboil. Just want to leave space for that. I said hyperboil. And she didn't correct me. She just let me believe that the word was hyperboil. And then I used this word into my adult life. Finally, a friend of mine said, I don't think you know how they taught us to say that word. Oh, that was not English. I don't think you know how to say that word. And I was like, okay, cool. So that's embarrassing. And the reason why I remember telling my English teacher hyperboil is because of the way she reacted. She responded like with silence. It was a little awkward. And I thought, that's weird. Because my analogy was great. Like my literacy, I did great in English class. Like I was really good at knowing exactly what the teacher wanted me to say. So I got really great grades. Teacher loved me. So why was she not praising me for my use of hyperboil? Well, dumbass, because that's not how you say the word. Anyways, is there a word that you were pronouncing wrong your whole life that okay, I'm a little dumb. I think I'm very smart, but I'm also dumb. And you can be both at once, for sure. For a long time, I didn't realize that the joke, blank, I hardly know her. Because that's like when you have to use a word that ends in ER. So like, why is the first one I'm thinking was like Harper? That's a name. What about Dr. Pepper? I hardly know her. And that's because if it ends with it kind of rhymes with a certain naughty word. That's where the joke comes from. I didn't know this. I remember having a logical explanation in my brain because I thought, what does that joke mean? Why do people say that? I thought about it for a little bit. Aha! What you're saying is you're saying Dr. Pepper, that's her name. You're saying Dr. Pepper, I hardly know her. Like you're pretending that Dr. Pepper is a girl. You're pretending that word is a girl. And then you're saying I hardly know her. Like, who is she? Who is she? Who are you, you know? Who is you? I used this joke a lot. I thought it was fun. When somebody would say a word, anything in the world. Okay, a candle, I hardly know her. iPhone, I hardly know her. One day I'm hanging out with my friend. We're pretty new friends. We just became friends. We're playing Minecraft together. And me making my classic fun joke with my amazing humor, we're fighting a baby zombie. I say, baby zombie? I hardly know her. Then my friend says, you know, you say that a lot. And that's not the joke. That's not actually what the joke means. You're just saying nonsense. So I had said that joke multiple times where I just said, blank, I hardly know her. And yeah, you can't use the joke like that. It doesn't work. But I think it's kind of fun though. And I kind of still do sometimes because I think it's quirky and I think it's cute. And I kind of like my stupidity. I think stupidity is fun. I think lots of people need to be more stupid. And, you know, ignorance is bliss, right? There are some things that I am glad that I have since been educated on. I did used to think that Germany was in England. This is because I thought England and Europe were synonyms. They were the same place, pretty much. Kind of, anyways. What were we talking about? I don't remember. Littlest Pet Shops? Yes, we were talking about Littlest Pet Shops. I have a bunch now. I've been cleaning them all. That's a process. That's a whole ass process, okay? How I like to clean them is I used to soak them in water. I only have a very, very small amount of Littlest Pet Shops that I had previously that aren't new gen. I only have probably, I'm gonna guess 7. So before when I would wash them, I'd literally just soak them. But then I really thought about it. I thought, I don't want to get water up in the head and then get mold. Mold isn't a really big thing where I live because it's such a dry environment, but still could happen and that would suck because I just paid money for these little pieces of plastic. So now I got this spray bottle that has dish soap and water, and I spray them just a few, maybe once on the front, once on the back, and I take a paper towel and then I kind of scrub it around a little bit, just gently, just to kind of remove all the dirty dirt. And then if I have to, I spray it again. And then I rinse them under the sink with warm water, and then I lay them out to dry. I'm building a shelf. I'm building a coffin-shaped shelf out of cardboard, so I can. The one that seems okay. I need to have one thought at a time. I really struggle with this. I'm building it as a coffin, and I'm building it out of cardboard. The reason I'm doing that is because one, it's cheap. I was looking at coffin shelves. Coffin shelves are way too expensive. They're $40, which actually makes sense. Somebody's building that. It's not that big of a deal, but I didn't want to spend that much. And then I was thinking, I can't stick that on my wall. I rent. What am I supposed to, I can't nail a little hole. And basically, it's super light, so it'll hold up with the command strips. And I can then I'm going to paint it black, and it's going to be all gothic and cool. And I made it, which is so cool too. And then I'm going to line up all my Littlest Pet Shops on it. And it's going to look great. It's going to be in the background of my videos. I make ASMR videos as well. If you're not from my ASMR channel, which I feel like everybody is who watches my gaming videos. Sorry for not uploading on here. I'm starting to actually get less retail work, which is so exciting. And I'm starting to actually make enough on my ASMR YouTube that I can afford to live. Yes! I'm autistic, okay? Working is extra difficult. Retail? And I've kind of given up on being nice. When somebody says something mean, I look at them with a blank face. I'm not gonna be rude, but I'm not gonna be extra accommodating, extra smiley anymore. I can't do it. It's exhausting because I have to deal with 15 people like that every day. So I just stare at them, and sometimes they get really angry. Sometimes they get really apologetic. Actually, I've noticed that people will get super apologetic, or they try to explain their behavior. What was I saying? Okay, anyways, retail job, things are getting less busy, so I'm hopefully gonna be able to spend more time. And I have been working on my next Minecraft video, but I want it to be cool. I don't want it to just be, I found a tree, I punched the tree, next video, I build house, next video. Like, you know, I want cool stuff to happen, so I'm trying to make cool stuff happen. Get excited for that video if it's not already out yet. If it is, go watch it. There'll be some cool stuff happening in that video. You'll probably like it. I also want to make content about my Littlest pet shops, but I don't know how or where. I just have a problem where I just I get like so excited about things, and I want other people to share in my excitement, like Animal Jam. I wish I had friends who played it, and I wish we could all play Forgotten Desert or other adventures together, or I don't know. While doing Forgotten Desert, most of the time I'm just watching YouTube. Kind of wish that I would watch more TV shows and movies though. I'm kind of getting bored of YouTube. And I think it's mostly the algorithm's fault. Every time I'm on YouTube, it's like, why? I don't, like, people's deep dives are just them reading a Wikipedia page. And part of the reason I love deep dives isn't even just the, like the information. I love hearing people's passion. I love hearing people, like, get excited or share their personal opinions or stories. You don't get that from deep dives, like, anymore at all. It's so annoying. There's very few channels on YouTube that really interest me. And then sometimes, like, the content that they make, I'm just not in the mood for in that second in time. And I'm just struggling. I really like gaming content, like, of all sorts. I love when people rant and rave about their favorite random niche games. And I feel like YouTube is just not hitting at all. And it's a struggle. Like, I'll open my homepage and I'll have to refresh several times before I can find a video that's, like, vaguely intriguing. I click on it. And then also sometimes I just get like even today I got this video and I'm like, it was literally somebody defending resellers, saying that it's actually not resellers' faults, it's your guys' fault for buying what the resellers buy. Which it is, I do agree. Like, if people are charging stupid amounts for something, don't buy it. Let them suffer. Let them suffer in the fact they made a bad financial decision, because no one wants to buy that. But it's not, like, what if you can't find that thing at all? What if you can't find that old video game literally at all? What if it does not exist? I mean, you could pirate it, but some people don't know how to do that. And that's scary. And you know what? I know somebody that did an emulator for Nintendo games, and they got a little letter in the mail that said, "We saw you. Never do that again." So you have to use a VPN. Not everyone has a VPN. People should be able to get a video game and it not be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. People should be able to get Pokemon cards, you know, and not feel this pressure to be a reseller, to be a rise and grinder. It's not just the people who's buying it's fault. It is still also the reseller's fault. Like, they are still the one who's setting the prices. Anyways, just hate that. I hate. Why would YouTube let me see that? YouTube, you should know whose side I'm on. Like, what the hell? I've been struggling to find content that I really want to watch. So I started watching Squid Games season 2 because I've only seen season 1. So far it's pretty good. I'm only in the 2nd episode. I'm excited to actually see the games part. Maybe that's a little sick and twisted of me. Maybe I'm a little crazy, but I am excited to see the actual, like, game aspect. Sick and twisted. Anyways, I've been enjoying it though. The hardest part is that I really like to game. So last night I was watching Squid Game and I was cleaning my LPS pets, and I played Breath of the Wild. It's very difficult because I don't watch the English dub. I just can't with that. With animes, I will, but if it's live action, I can't do it unless it's animated, is what I'm trying to say. I was also just thinking about how in Breath of the Wild, I'm trying to collect all the Korok seeds, and I'm at, like, I think 400, around 400. Maybe it's like 350 to 400. I'm excited for the day. My thing is, people are like, "What? You're crazy. That sounds boring." That sounds like a blast. I love exploring Breath of the Wild. Do you know what game I want? Deep in my soul, I want a game where I can forage. I don't care if it's pixel. I would really love it to be like Breath of the Wild. And I want the main aspect to be foraging. It's one of my favorite parts about playing Stardew Valley Expanded. They have that whole extra area that you can forage in. Early game, I spent all day in that little woods picking up all the different forageables. Then you make mixed seeds and you make bank. It's so cool, and I love foraging in Breath of the Wild. I low-key, do you know that guy that's doing that challenge where he's collecting 999 of every stackable object thing in the game, Stardew Valley? I want to do that in Breath of the Wild. I try to do other things than just gaming too, though. It's hard to find a balance. I really have been wanting to bake. I've been meaning to make these cheesecake bites for so long. I have all the materials. And I bought frozen cherries because I really love cherries. and I thought I would use it. I'd make a little cherry sauce for my cheesecake bites. I've almost eaten all the frozen cherries. I haven't even made the cheesecake bites. Cherries are so good, by the way. I don't know if I'm getting old. And maybe I shouldn't say, like, because I don't know if I feel like a granny or like a grandpa, but I really like bitter and tart flavors. I feel like instead I should think of myself as like mature, and it's like my French culinary ancestors speaking to me. French people like to cook, right? But what was I trying to say? I really like tart and bitter flavors now that I am getting older. I love Brussels sprouts. Which I actually always loved Brussels sprouts, even as a kid. And I loved tart flavors as a kid, but I just love them even more. Like, I was at this one restaurant. So good. They have ginger beef. I'm also vegetarian, so they make it vegetarian, which is why I specifically chose there. Anyways, they made a cheesecake. It was a lemon blueberry cheesecake. I'm excited. I'm thinking this is going to have like a nice tart blueberry flavor. Kind of just tasted like cheesecake. It kind of just, and then I was disappointed. They gave me a tiny lemon on the side, so I just squeezed it. But I was still disappointed. I was like, I was hoping for a tart, lemony blueberry flavor. Kind of just tasted like cheesecake with like a hint of blueberry. But that same day that I got the ginger beef, I went to the Stardew Valley Symphony of Seasons. I really wish I could have gotten a shirt. The lineup for the merch was so long. Did I not finish it? Did I say Sympathy of Seasons? Symph is an orchestra that plays Stardew Valley music while gameplay and other visuals are going on the screen. It was gorgeous. I loved it. Highly recommend if they're going to your area to check it out. I'm also just a huge Stardew Valley nerd and fan, but it was really, like, hearing live music like that is so cool and so different. So I highly recommend it, especially if you like music or you like live music. Anyways, how long do you think it took me to get all that stuff? And I take screenshots at the end. I'll show you a few other things. But then eventually, even that, I was like, this is boring. This is not that interesting, just seeing screenshots. So I decided that I would only share the rare stuff I got. So how long do you think it took me to get anything rare? Well, I'll tell you. I will say I did get one short spiked wrist somewhere. I took a video of it, but I can't find the video anymore. But I did get one short spiked wrist. It was yellow, I believe. Other than that, I got nothing. I didn't get a single rare thing. That's the rarest thing I got. How long do you think I grinded the Forgotten Desert for to get one short spiked wrist? If you guessed 7.5 hours, you'd be correct. 7.5 hours to get nothing? I did get a few things worth a diamond or two, but that's about it. So anyways, sometimes you get lucky in the Forgotten Desert. Sometimes you do not get lucky. I did not get lucky. I mean, I guess I got lucky because I got a short wrist. Some people don't even get that. So play Forgotten Desert at your own risk. I also hear of people getting like several spikes in a day. So maybe I'm the problem. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I want to make more Animal Jam content. I want to make more other gaming content. Let me know what you think though, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye.